Have you ever wondered what makes Marvel heroes truly extraordinary? Um, there's the superpowers and larger than life battles are dazzling. Um, and but the heart of the Marvel Cinematic Universe lies in something simpler, friendship. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Hit that like button to stay in the loop with all things Marvel. Now, back to these bonds that define the MCU. Imagine a raccoon and a man teaming up to save the galaxy, or a couple of assassins arguing over who gets to sacrifice themselves first to save the world. Um, these aren't just plot lines, they're reminders of how, even amidst chaos, it's the relationships between characters that make us come back for more. Take Peter Quill and Rocket, for example. They started off on um, shaky ground, more frenemies than teammates. But as their adventures unfolded across space, their sarcastic banter turned into unwavering trust. Whether it's outsmarting enemies or quipping through perilous moments, this duo shows that even unlikely friendships can steal the show. Who knew spacefaring could be this entertaining? And then there's Nebula and James Rhodes, just an unexpected duo we didn't see coming. In Avengers Endgame, uh, the two found common ground during their mission, bonding over shared losses and pain. Watching Nebula move past her tough exterior and James accepting her as she is was as touching as it was surprising. Let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see more of this pair in action? Thor and Korg represent what happens when a god and a rock monster turned comedian become inseparable. Um, from the battlegrounds of Sakaar to their cozy roommate days in New Asgard, the two have been each other's comfort zone through thick and thin, and don't even get us started on Korg cheerfully telling Thor's life story in Thor Love and Thunder. Uh, these two redefine bromance, if bromance comes with lightning bolts and epic battles. Speaking of unusual friendships, Tony Stark found a young ally in Harley. During Iron Man 3, uh, Harley wasn't just a kid in the background. He helped Tony navigate one of his darkest hours by fixing his suit and giving him ideas, along with a healthy dose of preteen sass. Seeing Harley at Tony's funeral later proved just how much the sarcastic genius valued their connection, even if it wasn't always spelled out. And there was Q Peter Parker and Ned, two best friends who perfectly capture the joys of high school. With a side of wed swinging chaos, from Ned's comedic attempts at being the guy in the chair to their shared struggles of keeping Peter's identity under wraps, these two capture the essence of youthful, loyal friendship. Plus, who wouldn't want a best friend? Who builds a Lego Death Star with you? But let's go way back for a second. Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes. Um, there's a reason fans have been rooting for these two since Captain America: The First Avenger. Uh, from surviving the early days of World War II to enduring Hydra, brainwashing, and battles across the stars, their connection is a testament to friendship's endurance. One can betray the other a dozen times, but hey, that's what, decades old bonds are for. Uh, Steve's bond with Sam Wilson is built on mutual respect and trust, something that became clear from their very first jaunt together in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Sam's steadfast support through battles and betrayals proved his loyalty, solidifying their brotherhood. Steve passing on the mantle of Captain America to Sam, and that was the ultimate act of trust. And finally, Natasha Romanoff and Clint Barton, the ultimate ride or die duo. No other pair so effortlessly balances assassin level skills with such tender understanding of each other's flaws and virtues. Their fight to sacrifice themselves on Vormir and Avengers Endgame wasn't just heartbreaking, it perfectly captured their selfless love for each other. As they say, just like Budapest all over again. So whether it's a mischievous raccoon or a sarcastic billionaire, these friendships remind us that even superheroes need someone to lean on. Who knows? Maybe the real MCU superpower is finding friends who've got your back. Speaking of Rocket, do we call him Rocket because he's like a rocket, or because Marvel knew he'd launch into stardom? Like, I think he's like unchecked. Okay, mad joke, but you get it.
It is so.
With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you next time.